Welcome to Nollywood Radio France. I'm your host, Cyprian Joseph. We thank Cyril Ibe for the permission to use this audio file.
He goes, he wants the way they make for home country. He ain't things the way they do for your home country. He goes, say, you know what time, he no good. The one we come from the other countries outside Africa, now he ain't good for your own. He be fool. Be fool. Because unless you find...
The death of a famous musician, particularly one whose music has helped to shape his society for 3 decades, is bound to be felt differently by the fans. In the wake of the death of Nigerian Afrobeat master Fela on August 2, 1997, the emotions have been mixed. While some of Fela's admirers are mourning his death at age 58, pointing to the vacuum he has left as a social critic, others are simply celebrating his life and music. To the latter group of fans, Nigeria might have been worse off had Fela not been one of its citizens. Fela, How the People Remember Him, is a special Chicago radio tribute on Afriscope, a radio journey through global Africa. Your guide is Cyril Ibe. Afriscope co-producer David Akinde compares Fela to some great Pan-Africanists in history.
Fela was a Pan-Africanist in the same mold as Kwame Nkrumah of Ghana. He studied the progressive philosophies of negritude by Leopold Senghor and African American civil rights literature. You know, and he was highly educated. Obviously, he studied at Trinity College in London, and I believe it was from this wide variety of studies that he came and congealed his own philosophy. I mean, his music was Afrobeat, which was a very interesting blend of Western and African rhythms.
Nigerian artist Dayo Laoye remembers how his parents introduced him to Fela's music at a very early age.
Yeah, of course, I grew up with Fela's music around my parents. They often play Fela and, of course, dance to it. You know, Fela started more so playing high life in the early 60s, and one of the most favorite in my house at that time was the one entitled Ojo. It's about the rain. And I think I might sing it for you. Just bear with me. I'm not a singer. I don't sing. I paint. It goes like this: Ojo toshu dadeo. Ojo toshu biribiri o. Ojo robo maro, bodero kokase. Ojo toshu, eye, robo maro, ojo eye. And then it goes on, and of course the drum follows it, and it goes back to the chorus. But the meaning is, it's more like a folk tune from the Yoruba culture that's turned into a high life. It says the rain that darkens the sky. You should fall if you have to fall. And if you know you are not falling, will you stop darkening the sky and turning the whole place dark? I guess it's like a proverbial musical rendition telling youth within Nigeria and Africa at large to perform. If you know you have to do something to it without procrastinating, you really so those were my memories of Fela. He always used traditional Yoruba folk music and turned it to a prophetic or poetic and, of course, political statement.
láti inú rẹ tó dayé lẹ́yìn fún. Kí ló jáde láti inú rẹ tó dayé lẹ́yìn fún.
Another music that he did that, to me, became an irony. How can I put it? Was a music titled Tobalagidi, meaning if you are so heady and you are stubborn. He did that in the 60s, and he sang against young Nigerian youth being stubborn, that if you are stubborn, the military government will take care of you, the police will take care of you. I didn't really know that less than a decade later, Fela would become a victim of his own music. Tobalagidi was so popular. I know if I could quickly go through the important part of the lyrics, I would say that it goes this way. It says, Tobalagidi, pa 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 pa, Tobalagidi, pa 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 pa, Togalo Mansero, pa pa pa, Tobajo Monde, pa 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 pa, Wagbaleti, para para, Wagbanimo, para para, Wayabonsia, Contowati, Emaleo, Agidi Awale, pa 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 pa, Toba Fetchagidi, and it goes on and on. But those are exactly those descriptions. Wagbaleti meaning they will slap you. Wagbanimo, they will slap your nose. Wayabonsia meaning they will bring out the guns on you. Contowati, Emale, before they lock you up. And then your stubbornness will be taken care of. I mean, at that time, we really know that in the early 70s, after Jankoku, of course, chop and quench, we didn't know that's when Fela style started changing, when he has to use high pitch and yell, and all those kind of things. I mean, you're talking of it's art, and of course, his message then was getting to a different level. So the 70s, of course, saw a different Fela. His artistic rendition transcends just entertainment. He went into criticizing the social ills of Nigeria, and of course getting more support from students. Don't forget that the 70s was when University of Lagos, Yaba College of Technology, where I studied, and of course Unibadan, the Unife, were known to criticize the social, the military regime of all the vices, and usually they always get the support from Fela. Fela's Ujuelegba's residence in those days, which was burnt and where his mother was thrown out the window, is just 5 to 6 blocks from Yaba College of Tech. So usually most Yaba Tech guys will always go there to the shrine to hang out and get some Yabis night and everything, and get some that kind of thing from Fela. So Fela, to my generation, symbolizes power. It symbolizes oppression against those who oppress you, and in most cases, it symbolizes love for the common person. Novice who really didn't know anything about Nigeria, say could be a scholar or whatever, and somebody wants to travel to Nigeria as a tourist, I would recommend for them to pick as many albums of Fela as they need, because Fela's work is so. The more I listen to them now, the more I really know that Fela wasn't just an entertainer. Obviously, it shows through his political pro and everything. But listening now to Fela's music transcends entertainment to me. it's more like a religion.
Let us face ourselves for Africa, not the matter of Africa. This party of my song, not all the problem of this world. In we they carry for Africa. You know go ask me, you know go ask me, you know go ask me, you know go ask me. Problems of inflation, problems of corruption, of mismanagement, stealing by government.
Journalist Richard Asiebu says Fela had a unique way of speaking for the powerless Nigerian masses.
He talked about what people could identify themselves with. It's not like other artists who would just want to maybe talk about abstract things. He talked about the real problem now, and he was quite bold enough. He could confront the government. He was a man who would have been one of the richest musicians Nigeria ever produced, but he died almost a pauper in spite of the millions that his copies of his records sold. And he was very free with the people. His doors were open 24 hours. People, the wretched of the society, those who had no homes or no food to eat, you were welcome with Fela. So it made him a man of the people.
African woman go dance, she go dance the fire dance. African woman go dance, she go dance the fire dance. She know the man the master, she go cook for him, she go do anything he say. But lady not be so, 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 lady not master.
Yinka Adigo says Fela spoke about the plight of the African woman with his song Lady.
When I was growing up in Nigeria, as a young girl, when this lady music came up, it was kind of something of joy to us, because we then look at European countries or developed countries, the way the women are being treated, because in Africa it's not there's nothing like equal right then, regarding to women. Women are always like they are second class citizens, But then when Fela came up with this, it was something that all young girls, recognize, want to to be recognized with.
Jackie Balance is an American whose introduction to Fela's music is only several years old.
My news has failed to cover this event. They've been talking about Elvis all week and missed this big news about Fela. And I want to tell you how much I appreciate Afriscope for filling in the gaps.
The vacuum left by Fela's death may never be filled, ever, but his fans can take comfort in the 100 or so songs he left behind for them. Fela's greatest legacy will remain in the power of the political message in most of his music, according to Minabere Ibelema, a Nigerian professor of communications, now residing in the United States.
I think there are probably a lot more people now who are willing to put their music into the political arena. So in that regard, I believe that what he started, I think, will be going on, irrespective of whether he's there or not. Of course, that is not to say that you don't, miss a musical and cultural giant, such as Fela in Nigeria's life.
I no go kiri, make my brother hungry, make him not talk. I no go kiri, make my brother homeless, make him not talk. My grandpapa talk, your grandpapa talk, my papa talk, your papa talk, my mama talk, your mama talk. Those way not talk, them they see. I no go kiri, make my brother hungry, make her not talk. I no go kiri, make my brother homeless.
You've been listening to Nollywood Radio France. Thanks for listening.